Please don't air any of this, Brad.
All right, we ready? You hitting it? Tell me when we're rolling. No, we've been rolling. God damn.
We're Googling over here.
All right.
To nerd sports now, people.
Exactly.
Look out. Do you fear death?
Oh, one of the greatest lines of all time.
I've got a job to it. I've got a job to it.
Kind of like whistles at her, so Dad looks over and the guy's going. And Dad's like, I got the fuck out of there. I was like, oh man, you didn't partake? I thought that was part of the mountain biking community, that y'all just went out there and had sex together in your tight shorts. But literally making me 30 sides of red sauce. He just takes it back up.
So that's what I was doing wrong the first time.
that's what you were doing wrong.
Big Pharma is turning the frogs gay, and it's coming after your kids.
And they're going to make them incredibly happy.
Infowars.com.
Listened to so much. Are you...
Is that what
Seriously?
Is that what that's supposed to be?
You like?
Yeah.
Have you?
What is this?
I drink it
Serrano.
straight. Have you ever tried?
Used to run
Yeah, that's what my
Oh, wow.
That's what my step.
It's got a Dr. Pepper.
You fuck with that?
Is this normal?
I mean, there's if you need a little bit
No.
of a taster.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you need a little taster of it,
They
I don't know if
double
there's anything
stacked
left in
or
there.
There was just a tiny hint.
Look at that, Larry.
What's that?
Big
Dude,
quad,
chill.
big quad stack.
Wild.
of taco.
Oh, no shit.
Sweet.
Is that mixed with something, or is that just
No,
what-
that's
never
that's
ate
just
that
with water?
before, so I don't know.
Oh, really? No, yeah.
Have you had that before?
21%.
Yeah, we just got 12.
Yeah,
27%.
My
I don't know why that's
my
so hard to make.
stepmother's mom drinks that, and I used to sneak that shit.
Is she,
That shit.
is she
Yeah,
Italian?
that used to be some of the first stuff that I was like, no one's looking.
You know what the easiest shit to sneak in the world is?
Vodka.
Is box wine, dude.
Box wine.
Oh,
White
True,
Zin,
true.
dude. My
I hate
step grandma used to have, like, she used to have them lined up. She'd have these boxes in there. And I was like 14, 15. And I would just go in there. I'd have like a Coke can. I was filling that shit up. Shit. I'd be just fucking tanked running
So
around.
I was like 12
Nice.
or 13, and I was still in vodka
Nice.
and tequila. That was clear. Because
Yeah.
you could put water in and they wouldn't
Yeah,
see the color.
exactly,
Yeah, but they'd taste that shit and be pissed
I'm
off.
gonna
Yeah,
I'm
most of the
say,
time
Everybody
it was a mixer.
successfully get away with that.
what was
Well,
the
most of the
doctor
time it's
doing
a
when he
mixer,
was in
you
high
know what I
school?
mean?
How were you sneaking it?
The doc.
My dad drank 2 times a year. He had no clue how much was left after. So
you
who
go.
fuck cared? So as long as there was something left in the bottle, it didn't matter.
It was a win.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You
So
could drink it all and replace it later, isn't it?
if he had a full bottle and there was one shot left, when he got back to it, okay, he had no clue.
Did anybody else watch Julie eat that taco? It's the most.
I watched her for a second.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It's the most.
She
I
went
looked
off
over.
camera to be a lady and you
Oh.
ruined it.
She tried
I
to get
looked
off
over
camera
and-
too.
Because I know I'm not a lady when I eat.
It's all right.
But
No one's
what
a lady.
I'm
What
trying
are
to
you
say
talking
is being
about?
off camera is
Judgment
not going to
free.
save you, because we're now going to talk about how you ate the taco.
Okay.
Wait, is there more
Very
tacos?
ladylike. This
Yeah.
was the most, like, even though she's not on camera, it was like the most sophisticated.
Wait.
No, it was not. That's how I
I
ate.
thought he was going to say
He's
she
seen
ate
the
it.
options.
Like, I
She's
feel
good
like.
at eating in the car though, so
Is
she's
she?
really she's really good at like not making a mess.
I don't know
but
who I should. I have a question I want to ask.
Oh.
I don't know who I should ask it to.
Just ask
But
you.
Larry's
Yeah.
technically the official guest.
Go, Larry.
So
You quiet as hell over there all night.
Wait, Larry. Y'all switch spaces. Hell,
come on, dude.
this is
This
the
is
problem all
Larry,
night.
This is too weird. Get the fuck out of my chair.
You know what? I'm gonna set my nuts on your forehead.
This
while
is
you
the
work.
problem all damn night. So let's
Wait till you
fix
go to
this.
sleep, dude.
Well, they're hiding.
Larry, I believe you were set up for failure.
I know.
If I woke up with Larry's nuts on my forehead, I'd be like, that's not a threat. I'm going back to sleep.
No, it's
Brad's
the
in a
bottle.
great
Brad, so
that would
hey, you have to sit forward a little bit though.
You need to
I gotta
skip
sit
forward.
for. Oh, I'm off camera. That's actually
See?
kind of better. Now I look like the villain from
I
G.I.
can see your wiener.
See you, Brad.
Next
Wiener.
time, Gadget. I see I got a cat. I just need some
Maybe
pussy to
the-
stroke. Right? That's all I need is pussy. Lots more of
I
it.
got a dog just popped up.
There we go. Now
Now
I'm,
you just got
There it
been out of
is.
camera.
There
man.
we go.
now I'm back to being way
You're
too
back,
close
dude.
to the phone.
I'm
I'm back.
We're here. Let's go.
The era of Larry is over.
Don't make the camera and get up and have to fix shit.
I know.
So,
All right, but I'm still gonna ask Larry this question.
I don't want to hear it.
Are there any similarities between sucking dick and eating tacos?
Oh my god.
damn.
Good choice.
Alex wants to answer it, so we'll,
It depends.
Alex has no answer for that.
You gotta quit repressing your college days, Brad, and bring it back up to what you used to
Go
do.
there.
And
but
just
that's all I know.
Eating
Like
a fucking
I used
taco.
to suck so much dick. That's how I ate tacos.
and not eat very many tacos.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like lost. It's like, is this a hot dog? Is this a taco? Like,
I don't know anymore.
I know. I feel you. He's confused, guys. It's a big-
Let's hand it off to you.
Well, fucking look at me. The corner had some answers, I'm pretty sure.
Let's go to the corner on this one. Sucking dick and eating tacos, ladies. Which is better?
Definitely tacos.
The tacos. I gotta say,
Eating tacos.
I would.
Oh, fuck.
like, sucking dick can't be pleasant.
Like,
for
wait,
ladies.
Yeah, is that a surprise?
Eating tacos is slang for eating vagina. Is that what you're talking about? Or are we
That's what I've been talking
eating
about the whole
tacos?
time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't want to eat tacos. No.
I don't.
He looks so confused. He's like,
I'm
wait a
just-
minute.
Nobody does.
Switch chairs, man.
Nobody really does.
Hey, the goal is to have a
Mom
good
is the
time. We're
receiver,
achieving
Okay,
that.
Mom is the
That was
queen.
like 4
We don't
years
have to
ago.
go
I
into the
don't
science of
remember.
it.
4 years. 4 years ago.
Bring it up and then you
40.
refresh it. Like,
Wait, wait, 4 years since what?
I said 40 years ago. I'm 40 years.
Oh,
That's when, she was conceived.
oh, man.
Okay.
I was kidding.
Well, she didn't get conceived by somebody sucking a dick. That's
That's how it starts.
Oh, it happens, buddy.
I'm telling you, dude. This is with 100% accuracy. And you can probably say this: when you have ladies on, the pod gets wilder. If there are just dudes on,
Can you
it's like
imagine
a
if we didn't have
it's like a conversation. Everybody's cool, having fun. The ladies make it wild, dude, and which makes us look bad, really, frankly.
That's because you are bad.
If we just
Y'all
y'all just bring it out in us even worse than it should be.
Oh, that's so
Alright.
Audie, last time you were here, I have guests that'll ask me like, "Hey, could you have this guest on again when they're not completely fucked up?"
Like
That happened
we
about
really
Audie. My
love
buddy
Audie when
Brad
he's
Melton
awake.
was like, "Can you have Audie on when he's not like totally just check?" And then Nicole was on one time. I don't know if you were on this one. It was with Jason Green. It was the party pod. I don't think you were on that one. But he goes, "Can you have Nicole back when she's not completely Benadrylled out?" Because she was like,
Well, she's the one who brought the 100 milligram gummies, right?
well,
Well,
shit.
Nicole-
Yeah, that's all.
She was the one. who
Every
brought the
bad
shit.
thing that happens on the show is Nicole's fault. Nicole, this is at timestamp. I don't know. This is gonna be edited into something. I don't know when this
watching
is.
this.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't take it back. I mean it. It's all your fault.
I thought
But
Nicole
we
would
love you.
definitely be here tonight. I thought she's here almost every time.
No, not every time. We gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
We gotta mix it up. But she is a good go-to. She's a great
She is.
friend, and she kicked my ass in getting this started.
I know she did. I was looking forward to meeting her. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. If you had
we
told
just
me,
became Facebook friends.
did you really?
This week.
What a meaningful relationship.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook friends.
I just
It's an
finally
indicator.
got
Right?
to make fun
It's a
of
good
her
indicator.
on Facebook
Well,
before I couldn't comment on her shit.
I'll make an introduction to you soon.
Okay.
I met
She-
her at the Durham Fest.
Did you? She's a wild lady.
Yeah.
She's
What does
one
she
of a
do
kind.
for a job? Like, cause she used to be the DJ on 104.
She did. She's a professional grifter.
Drifter.
Grifter.
I was gonna say,
I want to be a
Drifter, that's
professional
badass.
drifter.
She
I wanna meet her.
tricks
Professional.
unsuspecting people online to listen to her podcast. That's what she does.
Okay.
And she does, no,
And she does the urban.
I mean, she does some things like she
dictionary.
does a lot of delivery stuff. Like she's trying to really focus on the podcast and do her thing, and she's really good at a lot of the things I'm not, which is like marketing and branding and merchandise and
making her T-shirts and stuff.
Working. Something I don't like.
She's a female.
Is that what it is? Wait. No, let's talk about this. Let's get into this.
Yes.
Hold up.
Julie, do you think women work harder than men in general?
Part of the what?
Do you think women work harder than men in general?
No. I don't.
Certainly as hard.
But
In their own, like,
as
whatever.
hard.
Yeah.
But I think women go for their passion and work more than men just have to
Blindly going through.
They just have to go get a job and get it done, make the money.
Yeah.
I think women more go for a passion. In
Do you
their
think
job.
so? You think women are more selective in what they put their energy into?
Yeah. Well, I
Mom
do.
will not call. I mean, she doesn't have anybody to call in sick to, but like she will not call in sick to her own job. She will continue on no matter what.
Right, but is that a feminine thing or is that somebody who was born in 1920, like Julie?
1920.
That's 1920.
I think
I was not born in 1920.
He said 1920. I'm just going there.
I'm
saying like her.
joking.
I'm
No, but I
just
mean,
saying,
is that
not a lot of women do have though
But-
that work.
what I mean? Is that a generational thing?
I do believe part of that is a generational thing.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I was
Fair
about to
point.
say.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
work
Yeah.
ethic.
Yeah, not necessarily a masculine, feminine thing, but
Right.
a generational thing. Because
Right.
that also, I see a younger generation, male or female, they just are entitled.
Oh,
They think they're going to show up to a
exactly.
job, and they know as much as you do.
Fuck you.
You've been there 10 years, and they're just on day one, and they're going to tell you how to do this thing.
I agree.
And if you try and discipline that person, then they go
Unless-
to HR and say,
unless
my
you
manager's
raise
being
them right.
mean.
Like she raised her daughter that works for me now. She doesn't feel entitled to a thing. And her goal in life is to take over my business so that I don't have to work. That's
See,
what
that's
she told
awesome.
me.
Yeah.
So-
She told me it was to take over your business and then kill you.
No.
But I mean, whichever.
That works too.
So, I mean,
That's
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
I
cool. But
some-
do you feel some pride in that, like that you created something that you can now hand off to another
I do.
generation? Like that's got to be really fucking cool
it is.
that you did that because you had the gym forever. I mean, I remember when that was rocking and roll, and I had coaches at Farmington that took their girls to that gym. Like it was people in a large area went to that gym. And that was something that y'all
Steve
created.
Morgan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's
Yeah.
coming on soon. He's coming on next
Oh,
month.
Farmington football coach? Oh yeah.
You know
I'm
Steve
with
Morgan?
You. I'm with you.
His-
I live on the across the street from him.
Yeah, he's
His
coming on.
daughter
We're working up a
was
song
very
together too.
high-level gymnast.
No shit.
Oh yeah, he used to bust out the guitar in
Her
class,
dad's
dude.
gym now.
Yeah, even
Morgan,
Coach
Morgan,
Morgan.
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
are
Y'all had him
going
too,
to
'cause he is retired this year.
God, yeah.
at the
Dude,
gym.
that guy.
They're like, oh, we
I
know.
loved him. He was
Our
a
daughters
different
or whoever
animal.
went to
Yeah.
He was a
gymnastics.
completely different animal. But
A lot of those coaches were though.
Business.
it's so wild. Like, what year did y'all graduate?
Would have been 11, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a decade after me. So like, it had changed a lot now. But
Right.
you probably wouldn't even recognize shit down there now. That,
No, I've been to some of the games. I mean, I ran into Coach Blue while I was up there, and then I can't remember his name. He was one of the coaches while I was in football.
Football coach
Yeah.
Harper.
and- no, it wasn't Harper. Harper's not there.
Harper is there.
Is he still
Harper,
there? Okay, so I haven't ran into Harper yet.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've got my 15-year-old now in the same school, so I see a lot of the same teachers, coaches. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but I actually went to a football game when we played Harbor week before last. And I was
Yeah.
at the game with a friend of mine, Chris, and I seen him out there. I was like, man, that's the only coach that was here when I was here, you know, that I see out there. So I don't remember. I can't for the life of me remember his name.
What's funny is like Max started going to school there last year, and so he would have been 13. So I was looking at all the teachers like on the website, like
Yeah.
who were still there. 2 teachers left that were still there, like that were there when I was there. there was like Miss Wilkes, the art teacher, and Coach Morgan.
Yeah.
And they both retired like between last year and this year.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mr. Spillers, the band teacher, he's still there.
Spiller's still there.
Spillers is still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and him didn't get along.
Yeah, he sent me to the office a few times.
I also didn't give a
That's
fuck.
my band teacher.
Yeah,
I had realized at that point I wasn't going to use much of the schooling they were giving in life. Like, I was realistic on most of it, and I was just every day I'm like, I could be making money and I'm stuck in this fucking hellhole.
But how many people do you think jump out of high school to go make money right now and then get stuck in dead-end jobs that they hate?
I mean, hardly any.
You don't think it happens?
I don't. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Dead-end jobs
I don't
that they
think
hate,
it
yeah, a
happens.
lot. I think a lot of them get stuck in a position that they probably didn't want to be in. Like
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many? I would like to look at our dropout numbers compared to our generation,
Well,
because we were dropping out to go to work.
Right.
They don't really drop out because they don't know what the fuck they're going to do.
Right.
A lot of them don't have goals. Some do.
But how many people have goals at 18? I would say the minority of kids.
Or at 14 and 15 when they're dropping out.
Oh, yeah. Nobody fucking has a clue.
I mean,
I still don't have a clue what I want to do with my life. I'm 42 years old.
I'm in my mid-40s. I have no clue what I want to do, and I'm a doctor.
Right. Yeah.
There you go. That's
Unless
a
it's a
great
family
example.
business. I don't know what kind of, like, if you can get a very good job at that age.
You know what I mean?
Does that validate you, Sven?
I feel like I should have had some shit figured out.
No, I think that's also part of the human experience. Everybody's like, man, I made all these wrong decisions and I'm in a fucking thing I hate. But then you literally talk to any other person. I don't know one single person who's like, I love going to work every day. I love doing what I'm doing. Well,
I'm so glad I strived for straight A's through high school and gave up on that time.
Well, that's a good question. When did you, like, where were you in your life when you decided to open a gym? Like, how old were you? Where were your kids' ages?
I started teaching gymnastics when I was 16 years old.
Yeah, but you were also a gymnast, right?
Yeah, I was a
you were competitive
gymnast, and right about when I quit, I started teaching.
How long did you compete? How old were you when you stopped competing? Into your 20s?
I stopped. No, I was 16 when I stopped.
When you stopped, okay, and that's when you started teaching.
That's when I realized, Friday night I'm in the gym, but everybody else is at the football game. So.
Bought this couch now.
Is that the doctor's opinion?
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus Christ! What were we were talking about? You. So when you started teaching gymnastics, you were 16.
Correct.
But you didn't start your own gym for a long time after that. So what was?
I started my own gym when I was 30.
So 15 years later, but you obviously still had that passion.
Yeah.
The ground's going to be more.
So what A enabled you to do it, and B, why were you still so passionate about it 15 years later?
Good questions.
Yeah.
Like, were you still involved in gymnastics in any way in those years?
We were ready to move to Arkansas because it was right after Aunt Judy died.
Well, but we moved here
I was laughing.
because
Serious.
Do what?
I was laughing.
of Aunt Judy's death.
I'm fine.
To support Grandma.
Yeah.
But we also wanted to open a gymnastics business. And
When you moved up,
when we moved here,
which was what year?
94.
I don't care.
And when did you actually open it?
94.
Okay. So you did it when you were...
We bought an existing gym
Uh-huh.
that was a very low-key thing going out
Right.
of business. But I'm lost on what we're talking about.
When you started the gym and why?
She
My
was the
passion
best
in
teacher,
gymnastics.
coach in the best gym in the state of Florida. And she was the best coach in the state of Florida for all of those years that we lived there. And she
The best.
we were coming into. She really was.
The very
That
best.
was true.
I believe you.
I got first place in every year in the state.
I know you always were very decorated.
Yeah.
I'm not being...
I worked for a
I'm not being a dick.
No.
I believe you.
I'm stepping on her toes.
Yeah, you keep answering her fucking questions.
I need you to step on my toes. Gymnastics was just in my blood my whole life. And then I started teaching, and I worked for a gym that really taught me everything I know about coaching, LaFleur's Gymnastics, and they have raised some amazing gymnasts.
Yeah.
Dominique Moceanu, an Olympic gymnast, started out in their gym.
Fucking circles.
And like she said, she competed, and she was very first place, top notch gymnast for years.
What's that?
And
None.
so we didn't make a lot of money because I just worked for a gym. Kimball did carpentry.
Yeah.
And we saw my bosses as very rich.
Yeah.
We're gonna get rich and open a gym. And then we wanted to move to Arkansas at the same time because
Right.
Judy. It just all kind of worked out that we opened our own gym at the same time.
And y'all had that for 7, 8 years?
We had the business in Springdale for 17 years. And
Yeah, I'm losing a decade. Yeah, 17.
And I've had my small gym for 11 years now.
Has it been that long?
On Prairie
Yep.
Grove, yeah.
Yeah.
How's the lighting? Is it good?
Yep.
Need to upgrade?
We got an electrician over here trying to sell himself.
Actually, I have a ballast out. My husband knows how to do that shit.
If I wouldn't have said that,
every freaking ballast is
you
gone
would have
out.
paid Mr. Sparky an arm and a leg.
But you're still doing it, and you're still doing photography, which you love too.
I do photography as a. I tried to do photography as a business, portrait photography. That just really wasn't my thing.
Is it a hard market?
But you're good at
Oh,
it.
it's a very hard.
Because
Well,
I see
that's
a
what I'm
lot of people
saying.
doing it.
But
Yeah, there's a ton of people that do it.
And landscape is my passion.
There you go.
I that doesn't make any money.
Do you
So-
do you need a part-time job? I have a landscaping business that sucks.
If you only take pictures of it, I can do that for you.
She can't fix the business, bro.
You want to see my house? The landscaping sucks.
So you want me to mow it and her to take pictures of it?
Right, exactly.
I'll take pictures. But anyway,
But that's still a pretty, like, you obviously had the impetus to do that, but that's something you were passionate about. Did it take away the love for gymnastics while you were running the business because it was a business? Quit
I wonder.
answering
Brad!
her question.
I'm
No,
killing you. Get over
all
it.
the
That's true.
answers.
not in the beginning. In the beginning,
I need you to take that sock off.
it
No.
did not.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get that sock off.
Can I take it off?
We gotta get Tim Dr. Staley, the camera's right there. If you feel comfortable taking the socks off, just please.
Do you like Bud Light? We could have it put on a Bud Light.
You put
You
on
can.
a koozie for him.
So you said not at first. So when you first started doing it, it was like, this is my dream.
Which one?
Yes.
That's mine.
And then that changed.
Well,
Don't watch.
after
Sorry, these assholes insist on
That's
continuing
okay.
to have conversations
Larry, what did you have
while
to
a
say?
woman is
That was
talking. Jesus Christ.
Jesus
fuck.
Christ, I'm the fucking woman here. I'm the elderly.
That's right.
What are you guys doing?
She's elderly and a woman, you
And a
fucking
I'm an
losers.
asshole,
Who cares?
Yeah, quality. Equality.
It's okay, buddy.
and we heard
We're
the
not
dog.
yelling at you.
He can't hear or see or feel.
He just
So
How
Right.
old is that?
We scared the shit out of him.
Oh my god, he can't.
he's
It's okay.
15.
Wow. Okay.
What kind of dog is that?
He's a beagle.
Beagle? Yeah. I have a beagle.
A whale?
No, he's obviously not a beagle. He's mixed with something else. Like he's got,
Bassett.
huh?
Bassett.
Beagle Mastiff.
No.
Yeah, like he's
I
some
can
kind of
see
hound.
Bassett.
He's got some.
He's got some beagle in him. I promise you. But he is dying, so don't.
So,
Okay.
really?
Okay,
it
I like
was
that.
Wow.
What's going on here?
Oh, my nuts! I knew it! I called it!
Get down.
That's a bold move. I'm done having kids.
Come on, buddy.
Awesome.
Let's go outside.
I don't even know.
Let's
what
go
you do
outside.
for
Come
a
on.
That
job
dog
either.
just got
Come on.
He's
What do you eat for a living?
Are you taking over your dog's
That's not really.
No.
Does your dad? Is your? I thought you worked for your dad.
His uncle.
Your uncle. Your uncle.
Yeah, I did work.
Audie is single-handedly fucking up Northwest Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
What
just start
aspect?
working for the man.
Which one?
What man?
It's like
Hey, no.
He's a good man.
No company.
Sam?
names.
He's
No
a good
company
man.
names.
No, he's a dead man.
So.
This year.
This
Dr. Horton. I work for
Okay.
a residential construction company.
Okay.
A corporate residential construction company.
She's gonna go ahead and
Okay,
do
just
that.
what that brought to
Party-
my mind, just
party
because
gift.
you
Party
said that.
favors,
Look
Audie.
at this.
Favors for
Party
everybody.
favors.
Just for
that-
you.
Hey,
One
Brad
for
thinks
you
I'm
too.
selfish.
Both of y'all. I got both of you. And I
I'll
got
take one. Yeah, for sure,
You
dude.
did it. What?
Hey, bro.
Eat it.
Hey, I will tell you this right now.
Commercial.
What does it do?
Any electric shit I need, I will
I got
call
you,
you.
brother.
You are my guy now.
Listen, I just saw this.
All
thing
because
on
Larry is so
Facebook
goddamn
where
handsome.
These people in a
Everybody's
It's the
beautiful.
facial hair.
It's the facial.
Yeah,
hair.
Here's the thing. I
You
wouldn't
guys
even.
switch spots. Look how thick
These
it is.
people in
I know!
On camera.
It looks like a goddamn chia
He
pet
thought
just
I
got
was-
out of
he
control.
thought I was giving him
We're
shit.
videoing one of
was,
the newer
but-
constructions going up, and it was raining in the neighborhood, and they were like, I think it's gonna fall, hon. I swear to God. And then all of a sudden, this like new construction of pure matchstick plywood, all of a sudden, all of it just goes,
Sounds
and
like your
it
shit.
fell down.
Hold on. I gotta understand how you just told that story in a New
Oh,
Jersey
no.
accident.
That was
Or
the
accent.
accent.
She's like, this
That's
whole
how my
thing.
family sounds.
She
I'm like,
can talk in the
How
accent.
do
Let me
you?
tell you.
How do
This
you have
whole
that
thing
only way
is
to
going
tell
sideways,
Was this
okay?
in Michigan?
2 tree houses? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, who knows?
Okay, well, mom's from Michigan, so we grew up around that.
Close.
So
I
I'm
was
saying,
pretty
where-
good
so
at
where
it.
did-
Right up close to New Jersey, that Michigan.
That's what I was
They're
thinking.
basically
They're right next to
Bedfellows.
each other.
I
Right next
don't
to each
think
The southern drive.
I do
sure.
a southern one too, but no. it was
Let's
just-
hear your southern accent.
Oh, she's really.
Hold on, do you need a script? You need something to read? It's
Yeah.
hard
No,
to.
I just.
good.
It's hard to hear. Just
I-
read a page out of that.
She has
Just
to tell a
Who is
story.
this?
One
Yeah,
page.
just ask
Read
me a
it.
story.
one page.
Listen, Brad.
She's telling a story
Right.
about
Okay.
anything in
You just have to
Arkansas.
calm down.
I'm listening.
Just listen to me.
I'm listening.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Calm down and listen. She's doing it.
Inside, the tornadoes is coming. We need to get in the basement. Everybody needs to find a blanket. We're gonna go ahead and tuck ourselves in. We're gonna get real quiet. You're gonna hear the storm. Then lights are gonna go out. All right, and you're gonna shut the fuck up because I swear to God, if I have to hear y'all crying at the same time, if the spiders are gonna be crawling on your fucking face, and I'm gonna have to go get the candles. We're gonna light a candle. You're gonna see whatever the fuck you're gonna see. Sometimes squirrels are gonna come crawling through here too because they live here. This is the basement. This is their fucking house. Shut up. We're in their house. Stay still. We're in their house. The tornado. Oh God. That is the tornado. Yes. Shit. That is the window. Yep. Okay. Oh. Yep.
She lives in
It
Oklahoma.
is.
This is real.
This is happening. I'm just
With
living.
it.
I'm
I'm
there.
there.
The windows has broken.
I'm there.
Can I just ask where that came from?
I'm there.
Curiosity.
That's how.
Whenever the tornado hit our house.
Sepulpa.
Oh, so that's like from the heart.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I was just.
Okay.
I'm like, this is
Wait,
real.
it wasn't
That's what I mean.
That's good.
Yeah.
From my house.
Down.
She lives
Okay.
in
All
Oklahoma.
You
I
either
stay in the
know a book
basement,
really well or
and
this shit happened
A
to you. I don't
tornado
know.
literally
That's what
went
the
right
past
over their
happened.
house.
This would be my advice to you.
What?
Leave
You notice that
Oklahoma.
was the only time every dude in this whole fucking room shut up, right?
That is true.
So start an ASMR channel.
What's that mean?
It's like audio. Does anybody know what it actually stands for? It's like
I have no
it's
idea.
like when you talk into the fucking mic. It's like audio sensory.
Are you talking about autism?
No, well, it helps with that too. So
A little bit, I think.
No, am I the only one who knows what
autonomous
AS?
sensory meridian response.
So basically,
Now,
you have a lot of late.
Thank
You
you.
know what it
As
is?
a person that has a child with, as a
Doctor.
person that has a child with
Everybody
autism,
shuts up.
she absolutely loves it.
But I don't know what that means.
She
ASMR.
yeah, she listens
Yeah.
to a lot of ASMR
I mean,
shit.
My sister's
Yeah.
autistic too.
The
Yeah.
one she's like Bentley.
Yeah.
And they're always like
Yeah,
doing it on the
like
headset.
ASMR.
It's
It works.
It's creepy to me.
Well, not
I
like
don't like her.
who's autistic in your family?
So-
You like the wrong frequencies.
So Adeline is my 8-year-old,
Your middle girl.
9-year-old, about to be 9.
Okay.
So she's on the spectrum. She has sensory processing and autism, and it's been a lot to go through. Honestly, she at first she wouldn't really talk for the first like 3.5-ish years. My oldest daughter said everything for her, just knew
But
what
she
wanted.
knew what she wanted to say.
But this kid's fucking smart.
What would you call that,
Holy
Doc?
shit, smart.
When an older sibling talks for a younger one, where they can understand them.
Well, it's again the problem becomes it's a lot of just there's not a word for it.
The girls
But it's
are
a
all
real
weird.
it's a real effect.
Yeah, it's a real effect. I
Yeah.
mean, hell, growing up, I did it for my brother. I got in trouble for years talking for my brother.
Yeah.
My girls are all a year and 9 months apart. And no, it was just.
So you give your wife a year off? Is that
No,
what-
fuck no. They say 6
She
weeks.
gets a year
It's like,
off,
at
and then-
week 3, I'm like, can we test this? And she's
Can we
like,
just
no.
try it?
Week 4, we're
Yeah.
fucking.
We
I
don't
mean,
need 6.
Week 4, that's all.
I'm just making. I was like, you were just like the ultimate gentleman. It's like, I'll
No,
give my wife a
hell
year
no.
to recover.
I've got needs too, motherfucker. No, but seriously, so we went through that. We put her in therapy.
I'm just gonna clip that out for the whole show. I got needs too, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's your new intro.
That's a new
Put that
intro.
on the intro.
Climb over that couch, Jackie.
Got it.
There's no good way in or out anymore. It's just
It
that's
was
gone.
like we didn't know if she was gonna speak, so my wife taught her sign language, and this kid like picked up
Really?
within the week. Could tell you, I want chocolate milk. I want to go outside and play.
Did you
I need
learn
to go to
any?
the bath. Fucking didn't have a chance. She started talking.
Would you
But-
have tried?
I would have tried.
You
I
would've.
actually
I
did.
feel like
I
you
actually
would've.
did engage because
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to communicate if she
Right.
was going to
Absolutely.
be quiet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so I did try, but I suck at that. Kind of like Spanish, you know. I can pick up a couple words, but
Oh yeah.
really, you know, in the end, I know fuck you. So it's
You gotta learn
it's
the
one of
important
those
shit
things.
first,
She's doing
brother.
great now. She's just got not signed up, but asked to come to what is it? Not East, but the equivalent to East in the younger grade. She's in 3rd grade.
What's East?
It's like for the smart kids
The
in
GT
school.
shit?
Yeah, GT type shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
And so she started doing that. They tested her out, and she's like a year, almost 2 years ahead of her grade. But she's also doing my, oldest daughter's homework with her too. So she kind of like learned ahead of time as
Yeah.
she was learning, as Aubrey was learning, Adeline was learning.
So how old is she?
She is 8 right now, about to be 9.
How is she interacting with other kids in the class? Like
So
how
that
do they
was
treat her?
questionable at first. She's not super like. Actually, at school she's different, but she's not like a super people person. More like leave me the fuck
If
alone.
y'all are gonna climb in and out of the window, shut the door.
Well,
That's all I'm asking. I don't care if you do it. Just shut the door.
that's how
I
they
guess
got
they're not
it.
even on video. Yeah, the door's got shut.
Taco, man.
All I see is Theo climbing through the window, and he's like looking around like this, and I meet his eyes, and he's like,
Oh shit! I'm blessed.
well, I told him
That's why we got in trouble.
I told him before the show, I said, if you're going to go in that room, climb in through the window. Don't walk through the podcast, which is exactly what they did. And then Julia thought they were dead. But,
Mom
Earlier,
come through.
They're never-
They came through there and we didn't notice.
yeah, that happens
Now, he
too.
said that the last time I was here on the podcast. I was like, what? Go through the
They're alive. They're fine.
I've had people on the podcast before that are like, is something in that room? And I'm like, yeah, it's human children. And they're like, what? There's human children in here?
What the fuck?
Like they're barbecuing cats in Ohio or something. I mean, come on.
Hey, that's not real.
They are, dude.
That's not real.
They don't know any better. It's like chickens to them.
We got mixed political company, so we can't go full MAGA tonight, Audie. Larry.
What's wrong with that?
Why?
Why, says the guy with the Mario mustache.
Are you for fucking
Are you a MAGA guy?
Do you want to
Cameron
be a
Harris?
snowman?
Not necessarily.
If you had to vote, who would you vote for?
Are you
That's
going-
what I'm trying to
fucking
get
No.
But that doesn't make
Well,
you
we need to
MAGA.
figure
Like a lot of
out-
people are going to vote
like,
for Trump, but
you're
like
picking
it's
the
like,
best of the two shittiest options that's out there.
I don't think one of them's shitty, bro.
I
Well,
will not vote for Kamala Harris. That's what
Okay.
I'm getting at. But I'm not like,
But you think she's hot.
yeah.
no, not like hardcore MAGA either.
I would.
But Kamala Harris is hot to you.
Not at all.
I asked him twice. He had the same answer both times.
I
So
think she's
Trump
a
is, I
lizard
guess.
woman.
Hot?
I've asked every woman who has
He's
ever
not
been on my
Trump.
podcast, have I not, if they would fuck Trump.
What'd
And
they
not
say?
one woman has
I
said
was
yes.
the only one. Oh, yeah.
I said yes.
I was the only one.
Just kidding.
I've only had
$1
men.
million. The answer's still no.
Trump? No.
I'm just saying, $1 million.
Dude, I would.
You live the rest of your life.
I do it for
paying
free.
For fucking
God,
God,
I
it's
like him.
fucking nothing anymore.
for orange hair.
I
I just
10
put it out
million
there.
maybe.
Just asking. 10 million? He's got it.
We've now reached the political portion of the
It doesn't
It
podcast.
happens every time.
Go make a phone call.
Someone's
It
gonna
doesn't
die.
mean that
Doesn't mean you want to. It just
I
would
want
you.
to.
But
10
would
million. I have some
$10
needs in
million.
life.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, how
sell
much is
this
he
out
worth?
for
But
$10 million.
that's the thing that I don't think the average consumer realizes is that everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
For
Every
everything.
politician at every level is bought and paid for
Oh, yeah.
by somebody.
Somebody.
So the illusion of democracy is way earlier than in the process than you think.
Mm-hmm.
You think, oh, it's when they get up to the no, it's when they run for local office, for local representatives, that's
They get
where those
some early.
fuckers get corrupted.
Yeah.
It's on day one. It's
Yeah.
not 20 years in. They're just like, man, I'm going to go to the other side and take money now.
Yeah.
No, they compromise you. They put you in situations to become compromised.
Yeah.
I knew a local, there was a guy telling me about a local situation in Mountain Home where this guy gets elected to like city council. They take him out to a strip club. They pay all these strippers to go start sitting on this guy's lap, right? It's a family man.
But
He's
hell
just
yeah.
going out with the guys. They tell all these ladies to do this, and he's sitting there, and then they're all taking
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah, yeah.
and then they go, "Hey,
Right
man,
now.
we don't want these pictures going out to your wife
Yeah.
can't see these,
Well,
man."
the
Yeah.
corruption
All we need you to
starts
do-
at the very most basic level. Like when you have to go to City Hall for a very basic thing, the Board of Advisors, that's a volunteer position. You're volunteering your time. So who are the people that are volunteering their time to sit on the Board of Advisors, which are the people that are making decisions on legislation that are very important decisions, like for instance, okay, so these rich ass people bought a piece of property in the middle of the hood in Tulsa,
Okay.
and it borders this little tiny quickie mart, which is a skate shop in Tulsa that does not make a lot of profit, but it gives free skate lessons to these hood ass kids. And now that these pretend rich people bought this property, and they're like, we're the rich people in the middle of the hood, and we can't stand the fact that we can hear these skateboards clicking and clacketing between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 p.m. or 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. And whenever the kids are at the top of the skate ramp, we can see their heads and over our fences, and it sucks. And now these people that volunteer their time during the fucking middle of the week to hold these hearings, 5 people, that's like an architect and a fire, whatever their thing is, they are going to decide whether Quickie Mart can stay open and still hold these free skate lessons for these hood kids, and make no money to hold these hearings, have these really rich people in the middle of the hood, and maybe these really rich people are like, please come on, let's have a free dinner, we're gonna have a free lunch for you, and what business do you run? And oh, I can come to your business, and I can do this for your business, and that for your business. They're in those people's pockets. Those people are volunteering on these boards so that when they run for office, and they run for local government at the very, very bottom, they look good because they volunteered for these things, and they've been giving their time to the community, and they've been serving on these boards. But they're getting money also in their pockets 100%. And favors from these people who are also kicking out low-income people.
Oh, isn't it incredible?
Out of their own, habitat. Where are these kids supposed to fucking go? They don't have anywhere to go. They're going under the highway, honestly.
Kind of adjunctly related is Elon Musk was posting about, you've got capitalism and these corporations that do evil shit, but there's no comparison to the kind of corrupt shit that non-profits can wreak on, because they're not regulated the same way. So a lot of the evil shit that is done in the world is done under a non-profit label, because you don't have the scrutiny. And so these things are done as charity or whatever it is. But then it's like James O'Keefe. You're familiar with James O'Keefe and all the Project Veritas. He gets kicked out by his own board. Like, you start a company and you make it public, you have to have a board and all that, and then you're getting kicked out of your own company for doing things that are, kind of along that lines. It's just a wild deal, because it was a nonprofit and it ran differently. Do you know a lot about nonprofit in your line of work? Either one of you guys? Anybody?
I mean, I worked for a nonprofit when I first started. So.
Yeah. But do you know anything about the regulations?
I don't know anything about the regulations. One of my lotto winning plans is to do a nonprofit. A nonprofit that's funded by the government. Because then money in your pocket from the government, you're providing say housing for poor people, and that's kind of one of my.
That's where your heart is.
Make money,
I want to hear from Sven. If you could do your passion, is there something you're really passionate about, that you would, if you could do any dream job,
No
hobbies, no nothing.
No, I don't know. That's my.
Oh, you don't.
That's my problem. I've been trying stuff.
Gotta find.
But even if you couldn't, if you could choose. If you could make $1 million doing X, what would X be? What do you most what do you enjoy? What's a guy with a mustache like that really get off on, other than ladies?
I was going to say kids.
No.
One lady, of course. One lady. Always.
I'm not sure, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure.
Well, thank you for that really fucking insightful answer.
You're fucking welcome.
You like driving?
Honestly, you could probably just give honest advice on mustaches.
Not qualified.
There you go.
But you've got
That's
a pretty
true. You have a great mustache.
I feel like you are the mustache expert in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
I will wear that
mine's
cape for the
better.
night.
So start a mustache, what would it be, consultancy. I think the market's wide open for you, dude. I don't think anyone, that is uncharted.
My husband and I had actually a really long conversation about mustaches the other day, because he was like, I don't know if I should take away the beard and keep the
Sven.
mustache or add the curl to my mustache
It doesn't fit
and
everybody.
have a beard.
I'll put that
Yeah,
out.
No,
it is
it does
It does not fit
huge
everybody.
thing.
I see a lot of people with it that I call it a
I call
it a fuck stash, because most of the people that have that stash are just fucking douchebags.
Yeah.
But I know Sven's
Maybe a little bit
cool.
of that register.
You have a more
Not because it doesn't
rugged
connect,
exterior, if you will.
Okay.
You're not a mannequin. I don't usually keep up with myself.
so
I just did this for Larry.
You can tell I don't. Jordan does my beard as well. It looks great.
She's been fucking slacking a little bit.
Well, it's me. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I try to give a shit because I have a business, but I don't give a shit deep down. Like,
right.
You don't like the way I look? Get fucked. I mean,
see, and I like that attitude.
Me.
But to me, that's an American attitude.
I mean, that's honestly, I would be 2 buttons down if I wasn't trying to be like.
Oh God, please
do. You know what I mean? Like, I
don't give it. If I could get a boner in this episode, it'd be just a positive.
Listen, I know you're already.
The more hair, the better, is what I say.
And all, but calm down. But no, I mean, I've met some cool people that have stash similar, and then I've just like. It seems like if you don't know them, they're extra douchey until you.
Well, I think there's a difference between guys that groom themselves well and then guys that go like Mario over the top. Because he doesn't look like a douchebag to me.
No. Now, so
he looks
also
like
got he's also got the beard to go with it. You know what I mean? I'm talking,
but he doesn't look like.
I'm talking more like clean shave with just mustache.
Yes,
that's what I'm referring to.
I agree.
So, I think cop, you know.
But I feel like he's like, I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna put a little flair on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Okay, and that's cool. I'm talking more like clean shaved.
And I just have the yeah.
Brad, would you ever do a twist?
Have
you ever done
just
a
in
twist?
his hips?
No, I just don't. To me, physical appearance means like I just don't care.
I mean, I've
you
done
did
it.
your
Don't get me
thing
wrong,
up so nice the other day, and I thought it was great.
Well, that was more of just a fucking banter with his wife because she tried to kill me with a straight razor.
Larry, let me give
Do you hate having attention on your physical appearance?
Shotgun.
Do you hate it?
Oh yeah, like that's why I can't make money because like I don't like attention, and so
that's why you can't make money because you
I'm
hate
not talking
attention.
about you.
Yeah.
Why do you hate it? Because my dad is like that too.
I don't like attention on myself. I don't know. It's uncomfortable. I can't take compliments. I don't like.
See, I eat that shit up.
Compliments?
Fuck yeah.
Do you? See, it always makes me feel uncomfortable.
Half chub when you give me a compliment. I'm like, hey, yeah.
I guess it kind of depends on where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's true too.
Or kind of what.
I guess it depends on what it is.
Like an old man that like gives me a nod because my boy held the door open for him.
Right.
That's like a.
Then you're like, fuck
like
yeah,
a
bro.
Old man. You know? But then if it's like.
You got a sexy mustache. Will you give me a blowjob? You just like. No.
Because the blowjob part is not. You made that up. You automatically think that happened. Why can't you just take the sexy mustache and roll with that?
Because I want a blowjob with the mustache. I want to know what that mustache feels like around.
Because they're men, and everything has to include a fucking penis.
You're coming back.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be a podcast. But there will be cameras, Larry. You just won't know where they are.
They just ain't getting posted.
Then
it'll get posted.
No, I appreciate it. Like I mean, like how are you at taking compliment? Like, do you?
I don't.
Do you have a hard time with it?
Yes, I do. I don't do it with
Most
it.
people
So.
do.
You don't deal with it in the
really.
Just ignore it.
I would argue that most people I know are narcissistic, self-serving assholes.
The funny thing, Brad,
not my friends.
Before we came back to
yeah, but you don't work in like a corporate atmosphere with
like you friends.
That's not true.
Just before we came in, your wife was asking, "How do I want to be referred to by your kids?"
Yeah,
and I said, "Randy." She says, "Not Dr. Staley." Not. I said, "Whatever y'all's view is." On.
Well, there was a doctor in our family who demanded to be called doctor.
That was actually a discussion
that came family.
That was part of the discussion, and I said, honestly, I don't care if anyone calls me doctor because that's not who I am. Yeah. I'm not a doctor.
You exist outside the doctorship.
Yeah,
that's
because most doctors are like you.
No.
No. So that's kind of.
I am a doctor. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that's not who I am.
Right. That makes you cool.
That is one persona that I have.
Right.
And if
Be bipolar.
If that would, I'm no, it's more that. So
The way you put that out there, I'm just teasing.
But I'm the guy that I'm like, no, doctor is not who I am. Randy, Mr. Randy, Mr. Staley, whatever you
See, here's how old school I am.
If your kids think that you should say Mr. last name, that's what they should call me.
Yeah.
If it's Mr. Randy, fine. If they're fine calling me just Randy, great. I don't care.
Well, so I would consider myself a conservative in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I would consider myself liberal in a lot of ways. I don't believe in the term Democrat and Republican. I think those are like constructs.
Sure.
I don't believe in them. But I do believe in progressive and conservative. Like, I'm very conservative about traditions and things.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hold dear. I'm very progressive when it comes to, drugs and social things. Like, and I think you can be both. But our country is so polarized that you have to pick a tribe and you have to bend the knee to every checklist on this tribe, which is absolute bullshit.
It's
and
bullshit.
And I think anybody that falls into either tribe is a radical.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the middle is like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's like, and now I'm not going to apologize for being a Trump supporter. A lot of people don't understand why I'm a Trump supporter. It doesn't really matter. It is like I've got a right to be, and I shouldn't be fucking prosecuted. And like, it's just, we're in a country where it's like, if you have a belief, like, you become demonized and you become like the second-class citizen for what you are, which is absolute bullshit. What do you, Alex? You got some shifty eyes going on. You got something to say?
I need a beer.
That's
Oh yeah. You know how you solve that?
I didn't want to interrupt. I was trying not to be that guy again.
Beer me, bro. Well, you want this?
A chub, yeah.
Want this? All right.
A chub. That's my word tonight.
I mean,
Chub?
Chub.
Do you have one right now?
Spence had a chub all night sitting next to me. I don't know. It's weird.
He's been grabbing my chub. That's what's been.
How'd you know he had
That's
one?
a lot to unpack.
I looked over and I
Seen his
couldn't
wiener?
help.
Had
It's
his
like
wiener?
half chub.
Wiener.
All
You
jokes.
saw his
All
wiener,
jokes.
Larry?
I'm country too. I come from
It's sat out.
Mine ain't fake though.
Oh my god. Audie, you awake over there, bro?
Hey, I'm awake.
Hey!
What's going on, dude?
He's been snacking tacos and
What's the
everything.
most-
I know, I was going to make a comment about
We were
that.
eating
Well, here,
tacos
I was thinking
over
about playing a game. We could all give Dr. Staley our deepest personal problems he can solve.
Holy
Starts
fuck,
with
it
you.
sounds like
Who
a
wants to
session.
go first?
Yeah, free therapy!
Oh, this would be fun.
He's
Zach,
like,
you
I'm
go
here
first.
for fun, not work.
okay, wait, hang on. Time out. You're not going to do anything that's
Hey, his
anything
Cash
near
App
professional.
This is for fun purposes only.
Okay.
Take the
Y'all
doctor
realize-
hat
hey.
and your socks
Fun
off.
therapy.
Y'all realize I'm
Just
drinking
fucking
and
socks.
Seriously, with the socks.
You gotta have the socks. Dude, we got a fan who likes feet, man.
There.
Am I supposed to? Oh, Tim Philpool, goddamn it.
He's back.
You got another foot thrown in your direction. I hope you appreciate
This
it.
better last him a while.
Oh, we got lady feet. I don't know if he likes lady feet.
Yeah, y'all
Oh, sorry.
Not sure if he likes it, but thank
Yeah,
you.
y'all
Tim,
screwed up.
comment.
I can be
Yeah.
Let us know.
It seems
Tim,
like an
Tim,
unlikely
Timmy?
intersection, girl versus guy feet. You probably lean one way or the other.
damn it, dude.
I got nothing for that.
Audie's
so
like,
what's-
I know about
What's your
these
preference,
things.
man?
As a foot guy.
As a
Hey,
foot guy.
I would just like to say that my brother-in-law got a hole-in-one at a golf tournament this week. And he's a fucking pro now.
So, you
course?
golf?
Yeah, we golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your hole-in-one?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your hole-in-one?
I played in a tournament yesterday.
Yesterday!
Here,
Where at,
local.
though?
Oh, that brother-in-law. I was like,
This one!
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is she talking
I'm talking
about?
about Audie!
I forget.
About
She only has one.
I only have one for sister.
I forget he's your brother and your brother-in-law. We're in Arkansas.
Okay,
so.
yes, he's
Whoa.
my brother. He's my brother.
It's not Alabama.
Alabama math.
Oh my God.
That's a joke, people. God damn it. I gotta say that after every sentence, Larry. It's a joke.
If you can't
Wait,
take a joke,
so-
don't watch the
wait,
pod.
I want to hear.
Well, that's for the backside of the koozie. I don't know where we got one.
That's a right
That's that
there.
side,
You know,
right here.
I know that I'm
Fuck
fucking
you.
listening at all, but I want to know.
Oh no, it was a part 3, nothing crazy, but
I mean, still impressive.
I got a whole one.
You gotta do it like this, Audie.
158.
150.
It was a greatest hole-in one. They told me, sir.
Where
Better
were you
golf
at?
score than yours, I'm sure.
I was in Bella Vista
Okay.
at the country club.
At the country
Which
club.
one?
Here, you tell it and I'll translate it into
The only
tongues.
Bella Vista country club that there is, and no, it was a beautiful shot from the start.
Did it land behind the flag? Or
I actually didn't watch it go in. I was like,
Yeah, did you have the finesse?
that's
on it
so
or what?
good. I was like, I don't even want to watch. And then everybody started freaking
How the
out.
fuck did you not watch
About
it?
10 people.
You really didn't watch it?
I really didn't
You're
watch
just
it.
like,
I was like,
Fucking money.
so we're playing in a tournament. So it's best ball. Where it's a scramble.
yeah.
So
So in the
like
hole's the best
2
ball.
out of our 4 person group had already hit. None of them were on the green, and so I hit. And I was like, look at that line. We're dancing, boys. We're on the green. I don't even need to look. We're good. And then people are like, yo, we won it. And
Was
I'm
that
like,
the
no.
whole
And I turned, and I didn't see it drop in, but strangers started coming and hugging me because there's a whole little tent set up at this
Really?
whole. Yeah,
Was it the
and
whole, did you win a car?
listen.
They always-
Listen.
on the tournament,
I
they
want a
always have
TV.
a hole in
Listen,
one.
I want a TV.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm fighting to get the TV.
Right?
Dude, and I'm not fucking happy about that. I'm not.
They went
I'm
straight
really-
back with a TV
dude, I'm
instead of
so-
a car.
Dude, I'm
and
so
they're mad
pissed.
about it.
I'm so pissed. It gets worse though because that was hole 14. It was a par 3. Hole 17, 3 holes later, another par 3. $20,000 if you hit a hole
see,
in
I
one.
knew there was a money hole.
yeah.
I knew there was a money
Wrong
hole.
hole.
Yeah.
Pick the wrong hole.
Did you hit the green on that one, though?
Oh my god! I was like 2 feet away from the hole on that one, and I'm not kidding,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, dude, I might do 2, but.
And honestly, the ladies get mad when you pick the wrong hole.
Dude,
It's
listen, so we turn in our scorecard, and then
really uncomfortable, Julie. You can tell the audience.
Had the most
I reminded my wife like
See, this is
10 times already.
that's why I like having ladies on the podcast, Larry, because they can co-sign.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
That's just how they will them, dude.
We really don't care.
They didn't
if
believe
you're
you.
wrong.
No, they didn't.
Listen. When it happened, no less than 10 people. Definitely like all 4 of the group that were behind us. They all saw it. The people that were occupying the tent that were sponsoring that hole, they
The
saw
TV.
it. Yeah, we're all hugging. I'm like, what do I do? They're like, we don't know what to do. We never thought anyone was gonna get it. And I'm like, all right, well, you want my ID? You want my ID? Here's my phone number, my email. Like,
You're like, I'm
My
a
address, I don't know my first
what's
kid's
up?
name.
They're like, dude. We know, no one's gonna forget. I'm like, all right. And then at the end, I'm turning the scorecard, and the guy's like, "So you got a hole in one?" I'm like, hold on. Let me get on the phone. Like, yo, somebody better come up here right now and tell this dude. He's like,
Yeah.
so there are people who saw. I'm like, it was a sponsored hole. There was a tent. There were
Yeah.
like 3.
So hold on. Let me ask you this.
I
So
did.
you now know what it feels like to be Trump.
Basically, listen.
So what are you gonna do?
We can move on.
Dude,
Yes!
do you know how many times I've told my wife, I was like, you know I got a hole in one, right? Like, because I don't feel like anything's changed.
Acer.
I'm like, it's a big deal.
How big's the
I was
TV?
like, yo. I said it 3 times today. I was like, you remember
It's a
yesterday?
20
I don't know if it's
It's
is it appropriate?
28-inch
How
Acer.
big's the
Now, is it appropriate
How big was
to
the
I
ask
swear
another man
it's
how
40.
big his
It's not
TV
even
is?
50. It's 40 something.
Absolutely.
It's all right.
Okay.
I think it's smart, dude.
It's a struggle.
I
How many you won?
What if it's $100?
Well, to be fair, I wasn't sure Sven was asking about the
I know where
TV.
you're going.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
messed up.
We're
calling.
it's Sven. It's a mustache.
You're gonna get that fucking TV.
You get that fucking TV, Audie.
I promise you.
What?
It's your TV, bro.
I heard that.
Not giving up on that.
A million
President
inches.
hasn't
A
signed into
million
that.
inches.
A
You got a
million.
projector, bro.
That's divided.
I missed
Dude, he set me up and took me down. This guy. You gotta watch out for it. So how do you know Sven again?
It's the wife's. Our wife's. went
That's
to
the
school
wife's.
together, yeah.
Okay.
And then we've known each other for like almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know Sven because I've seen
The reindeer,
Frozen like
yeah.
50 times.
Same guy.
So dude,
That's wild.
That's what my gamer tag is.
Yeah.
The
It
reindeer.
is
The
reindeer.
reindeer. Is it really?
The Xbox game.
I love a man who embraces the meme. You know
When
what
I
I mean?
met him, we were on the game, and I'm like, "Who the fuck's the reindeer?" He's like, "I'm Sven." I'm like, "Ha." You know, like
It
I've
never
got
made
girls,
sense to
like,
me until right now.
girls in my
I'm
know,
not gonna lie.
like, who the fuck is it though?
How long have you known him?
Shit.
Probably 5 years.
Five-ish years.
Alright.
Just silent.
You know, it's weird. I'm talking to Larry right now. Like, you go.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's all good.
Shut up. It's not your
Shut
turn.
the fuck up. No, I'm talking to everybody. It's like when you grow up. Like I remember, like me and his brother Danny were best friends in high school. Like I didn't even know Danny had a fucking little brother. You know, it's like you might have kind of known, like he had, but you're 10 years younger than Danny, right?
Yep.
And so, like, I didn't even realize my best friend really, like, I kind of maybe peripherally knew there was one, but, like, I wasn't at Danny's house a lot.
I'm good.
And it wasn't until me and Danny moved in together, like, in college,
Yep.
that I really met you.
Yep.
And, you know, you were around quite a bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we hung out a lot, and then it's been
So I've known
almost,
you. Yeah. Well, so 14. I'm 32. Well, I'll be 32 in October.
it's been a
Here comes
long
that Farmington
time.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to try. Like, I only
Years.
tried to
It's like
It's been a lot of years.
Yeah, it's like 18 years.
Years.
Yeah.
But it's funny how, like, you know, when you're talking about, like, siblings and younger siblings and how that all works out. Because, like, I didn't really knew you existed when I was friends
Yeah.
with your brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until college and, like, you
Yeah.
were, you know, into the picture. It's just kind of funny how, you know, with, like, siblings. Like,
Yeah, because it's like how the world grows up around you, know. Because now we've all had kids that are all growing up around each other, and they're all like my kids go to.
but you got multiple kids now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So your oldest one is going to have different friends than Georgia will have.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
maybe
and there's
later
probably
on,
George's
yeah.
friends who won't even know that she's got older brothers
Yeah.
because they're just so, you know, you're just like
Totally.
this.
Yeah.
You're not, you know, investigating your
No,
friends.
you
Like,
don't
well,
care
what
when
is your
you're that
family?
age,
You
yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, no, you don't give a shit.
Like, you don't care about their parents. You don't, you know, and that was one of the things, like, in the podcast, there were a couple dads I wanted to talk to. It
Yeah, yeah.
was like Jared Seipert's dad. I was like, I want to have that dude on the podcast.
Right.
Because when I was growing up, Jared's dad had drum kits and amps and basses and shit downstairs you could go jam on, and he'd come down there and jam with you, and he rode a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that was the kind of dad, you know, because when you're growing up in Farmington, like most of the dads are just fucking redneck, you know, dads. Nothing wrong with that. But like Kurt was a different breed, you know.
Right.
I wanted to get him on, and it was a great fucking pod. I don't know if you saw that one, but it
I
was.
haven't yet.
You did get him on a podcast?
I got Jared's dad on, yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
It was
Okay.
fantastic,
What was his
and
name?
Kurt Seipert.
Okay.
And he's a, and this is another thing too. Like one of the biggest things that I've dealt with, like with the podcast, is like I'm not really shy about being a MAGA guy, and like there's people come on hostile, like knowing like come in ready for a fight,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, I don't.
Yeah.
If you believe what you believe, I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine. We
Like-
can have a conversation.
We can either have some people can't,
Well,
Yes.
you know, and it's like then let's not.
yeah.
Let's talk about something else.
Yep.
Like, I don't have to be right. I don't have to. What? Mine?
Mama's yelling at the kids through the window.
Well, then they can have that fight.
He's like,
That's not
I
my
don't care, I'm in
problem.
a podcast.
No.
But it's just like you derailed me.
Sorry.
What was I saying, Larry?
We were just talking about.
You can have a conversation.
If we can
Yeah.
believe
Oh no, I know what I was
that-
talking about. So, but like that different generation, because when you're a kid, like I thought he was a cool dad.
Yeah.
But like I never talked to the guy.
Yeah.
I never had a relationship with him. Just like Marshall and I don't converse.
Yeah.
We don't sit down and like Marshall, we don't have podcasts together.
Yeah.
But so it'd be like, Marshall in 20 years starting a podcast and then having me on. It'd be kind of like that kind of thing. And I found it so interesting to ask dads of my generation, like, what was it like raising kids in the 80s? What was your perspective of raising kids? And he had so many great insights about that.
Yeah.
That was just so. And he's a liberal. I'm a conservative. Like none of that mattered. Like we left the politics out. We just talked about family and music, and we've had so much in common.
Wow.
And it was just so cool. And that's the thing that I think. If we could just get past some of the bullshit, like we can have our own beliefs, and who cares? Like, why is that so goddamn important?
30 years ago, it's like people didn't. You voted who you voted for. It didn't matter. You could have a conversation about it. But now it's so one-sided. This, if you believe that, then you hate these people. It doesn't. Not everybody leans a little bit this way, a little bit that way. Nobody's fully this, fully that. Everybody's got a middle ground.
Well, people aren't. Yeah, people aren't binary.
No.
Life is black and white.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the tribalism.
Or isn't black and white. It's gray. Life is gray. Almost every bit of it. Yeah, there are some certain things where, as individuals, we'll have hard lines where we say, I'm not going to budge on this.
Yeah, and that's, I think, where sometimes we just got to agree to disagree as people, just like, okay, if you think this, then obviously I think that. And so let's just drop it here, and then we can move on with something else, like you said a while ago,
But that's the thing. You can leave those things aside and find a million other common interests. And it's like, we don't even have to talk about politics. Because ultimately, that affects us and our country, but it doesn't affect our daily lives as much as what I think people put the importance on. And propaganda is powerful. It's been powerful throughout history.
Well, it's like,
the Nazis perfected it, and now we've re-perfected it, us and Russia, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, everybody acts like, the Nazis, we're going to erase them from history. It's like, but while we take all their techniques and continue to use them, like we as Americans, as the government and the media, continue to use Hitler's techniques to brainwash and propagandize people while demonizing him.
Yeah, but that's just it. We got to realize that arguing with one another isn't going to accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Like us getting online, us getting on fights online or arguing with one another about who's a better president, who's going to do better. It's never going to accomplish anything.
Yeah. But they're never going to see that.
Yeah,
I think that's just keeping people busy.
Yeah, it's all it is.
So it's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
So other shit can
100%.
Over here and
get
it's
snuck
like a magician,
around this way.
Watch this hand while this trick is, this
Yeah.
hand over here is doing the trick. It's just if most people would realize that's all that's happening is that it's just a big show. That's all it is. It's just. And they come up with every reason they can to divide us in every way. That's just it. It's like, and it's always those problems that get just amplified over every freaking media that's out there at this point. Social media, freaking TV media.
Well, that's just it. It's all about division.
Yeah, that's all it is. But it's just to keep us
distracted. It's calculated.
It's calculated to keep us distracted.
It's by design.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And these people who are doing it aren't elected.
No.
These are people who are deep-seated.
You and I had that conversation earlier.
We talked about it earlier.
That the people who are elected actually have no
Very
real
little.
power.
Little power.
Very
They're
little.
just
puppeteers.
Yeah. It's the bureaucrats that actually have the power.
Right.
So
the people who remain in office, regardless of whose term it is.
Yep.
It's like you think that president has control. He changes every 4 years, pretty much, or every 8 even.
4 to 8.
Right, but then you look at China, where they have a 100-year plan. Right.
Well, it's because China's been around for what?
Well, yeah, I get that, but they also don't. They're not exactly democratic. Where they've got a new leader. They're all working toward the Chinese state goal that's been in place for 70, 80 years, however long it's been. But they're closing in on it. Like, they are doing the things they outlined in that goal, but they also have complete and total control over their population.
Yeah,
whereas
no freedom on that aspect.
Right. So you can get a lot more shit done. So when somebody like Justin Trudeau,
shaken up over there,
It's like what's that guy said that someday you'll own nothing and be
Happy about it.
Yeah. That's where.
Well, it's a
they're at.
Klaus Schwab WEF.
Yeah, that's where I
yeah.
feel like China's at now. You know.
Yes.
Like, and
Yeah,
that's
they
where,
are.
If we're not careful, that's where we're headed.
Well, did any of y'all see the videos during COVID, during lockdowns? So a lot of China is built up, obviously, in the cities. You know, there's a lot of wide open space in China, but in the cities, you know, it's very, you know, skyscraper type apartment buildings.
City style.
And they were all locked into their homes, and they couldn't leave. And you could hear wailing, like people screaming and like crying out in the streets, like people just recording audio. You could just hear people wailing because they were trapped in these apartments the size of this building, you know, or smaller, actually, because like New York apartments are like a quarter of this size, huh?
During COVID, or like?
Yeah, so they weren't allowed out, and they had these police, the robot dogs that we now see are using in New York. You've seen them, haven't you?
Well, they had them on the NFL game earlier, or the college game earlier, walking down the sideline with the coach.
Are you serious?
No, well, it was.
We're using them in college football games.
Yeah, he was walking. It was like it was almost like it was his mascot. It was walking right behind the coach. It was.
Oh wow.
Boston College.
Yeah.
It was one of those creepy ass
robots.
With like the backwards.
Yeah, it was yellow.
It was on the side of the
We watched it right before we
field.
came over.
Yeah.
We left to go get food. Yeah, they had it on the college football game.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where it was Boston College. That's where they like chimed into the game for, and that's where that Boston Dynamics like robot company is. The ones that like you can push them down or like, push them back and they'll stumble and like, stay standing. I think that's like.
But yeah,
wild.
It was on. They had it displayed. It was like right before the game started. The coach was walking down the sideline. It was right behind him, falling right behind.
Well, New York police departments bought a lot of those dogs too, and so they're not only surveillance, you know, but they're like Wi-Fi and like they can basically
like
got
facial recognition.
Yeah, they got all that software and shit, and it's a little creepy police state kind of stuff.
Can they sense like drugs in your car and shit?
That's what I'm saying. If I get like a jaywalking ticket from a robot dog or something.
This car was traveling 3
running at
miles.
you.
I can see some civil unrest going on real fast in Arkansas if you get pulled over by a robot dog. Like motherfucking shotgun.
I don't think it's gonna work out too well.
And this robot dog.
It's like we have video of you shooting the dog officer,
there's a lot of
sir.
this
is live feed.
That wasn't me.
Somebody borrowed my car that day.
That was a Haitian immigrant.
Yeah,
He just
Did
grabbed
he
my
eat
shotgun.
the dog? Did he eat the robot? after
He ate the robot dog.
Yeah, it's obviously what that was.
The coolest thing to me about well, hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. You watched the debate.
Yeah.
Who do you think won?
I don't think Trump did
When
great.
it happened. Not talking about today. I'm talking about when it happened.
When it happened, I don't know. I feel like it was the teamed up thing. I feel like she probably pulled out just a hair ahead because she did her homework. She had her answer. She did good. And I feel like Trump was stumbling because he felt like he was attacked by 3 different angles.
Well, she baited him perfectly.
Oh,
She went in and did what she.
Well, hold on.
was
We'll
supposed
go
to do.
around. We'll come to you.
Yeah.
Audie, what do you think? Just initial thoughts.
Kamala.
You think she won it?
Camel toe.
Camel toe won it?
Yeah.
Camel toe.
Kamala.
You think she won it? Why?
Oh no, I was just pronouncing.
Oh, you're
Pronounce-
correcting.
pronunciation.
What? Who do you think won the debate as the debate was going on?
Kamala.
Yeah.
I think I won it fair and square. I think I had it in the bag. I spoke better than I had ever spoke before in my life.
That's pretty good.
All right, I've been working on
You
it.
gotta do the laugh though.
The cackle.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Pretty
it?
good.
I didn't. I went to bed 5 minutes in because I couldn't. It was already beginning to piss me off, so I just went and laid down.
It pissed me
All
off.
right, Alex.
It was rough.
I watched it. She won it simply because she went in with tactics and stayed on.
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
of
she
those
stayed on
tactics.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she got under his skin as she.
Well, hold on. This is a 2-part question. So we're talking about
Yeah.
as it went on.
Right.
You're talking
As it went on, she
Yeah, why?
did what she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
She got under his skin. She got him irritated. And,
You know how she got him irritated.
Yeah, absolutely. And
they're leaving his rallies early.
Yeah.
They're not leaving. They're staying late. They're staying 3 days past the rally. They're camping out for days.
Just like him.
So good. Yeah, you're just spot on.
Yeah.
So that night she did what she was supposed to do. She introduced herself. She tried to make like answers to being for the middle class and yak, but
Hey, get me started.
he also did a good job on coming back with like at the end. He said it before in the debate, but at the end he summed it up pretty good about like
He summed it up at the end. Well,
you've been in office for 3.5
Yeah.
years and you haven't done shit that you are sitting here talking about.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so
All
that's
they did
she
was
won
bash
it
the shit.
overall, but in the
It was
end
ridiculous.
we know who looks like a jackass. You know what I mean? Like Trump always looks like a jackass, but
Yeah.
he's right. You know, most times.
well,
most
well,
times.
hold on.
Now,
That's what I'm getting.
most times.
Hold on. Well, what did you think when it was going on?
Watch it.
You didn't watch it. Okay. What were you saying, Julie?
I was just saying the debate wasn't really a debate. It was more,
Of a bickering.
you fucked up, you fucked up. Who can
Yeah.
bash about what you've done in the past?
So Patrick Bet David. Anybody know who that is?
Yeah.
You guys know who it is. He came up with a really cool solution, which was the candidates pick the questions
Yeah.
to ask of the other candidate. That way, there is no risk
Yeah.
of moderators getting the questions to the candidates.
Yeah.
And I would take his a step further. Whereas, like, if I was Trump, I would say, I will pick your question asker and you pick mine. So if, like, I was Trump, I would pick, like, a Sean Hannity to ask questions of Kamala. So he's going to fact check her. Kamala picks who asks the questions of Trump. Whereas PBDs is like the people just ask each other. I'm fine with both, but whatever we have right now is bullshit. It's just, they're just going to go out there and say
They don't-
talking points.
They don't answer any questions. They
None of
just
them.
bash each
That's
other.
that's just it. It's a bickering match,
It
and
is.
I honestly haven't watched very many debates because I know that's what it's going to be. And then I watched this one pretty much because of Larry. Honestly, he's like, "Oh, the debate's coming on," and we game a lot. And I was like, "You know
Larry,
what? Fuck
dude.
it. I'll pull it up." And
So he basically bullied you into this?
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Did you feel weak and vulnerable?
No, I was like, you know what? I'll check it out. I'll see
Okay.
like how dumb this shit really is.
So Larry wasn't abusive in his...
It was dumb.
Which is
dumb.
why I quit after 5
Exactly,
minutes.
exactly.
The thing
I went
is,
to
is
bed.
like,
If I wasn't
So-
playing golf on the PC, I
Yeah,
probably
they-
would have went to fucking bed.
they
too.
fucking.
Golf on
If
the-
I wasn't wasting my time playing PC golf...
Right, exactly.
I love this.
Working
dude.
But
on
no,
my
but they don't
show.
ever even answer the question. You know,
No.
it's like every
Yeah.
time they ask a question.
But
they-
neither of them do.
No,
No,
but
right.
They
go back
say
and forth,
whatever
like-
their talking points
Yeah, they're like,
are.
oh, I gotta
Exactly.
make a point of what she said and
They
spend the
just
whole
wanna
45
bash each
fucking
other.
seconds
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about what the
So
hell she
what's
just
the
said or
point?
some shit.
What's the
Yeah,
point?
and that's what drives me
How do we
crazy.
get
Is
to the
like,
bottom of anything?
Well,
Yeah,
exactly
it's like, what are you
you
gonna
just
do about
said.
the
You get a
economy?
fact checker in there to
Who
call
wants
them
to
on their
do
bullshit
what
as
for?
they're
As
saying
it's
it.
going.
Yes.
yeah.
You
Once
get
somebody's called on their bullshit from somebody that's non-partial to either side,
Right.
they're gonna look even stupider on TV. I
The
mean,
problem with that
it's
is,
gonna
is
be
that if you call anyone out, either side,
they're gonna get defensive.
you're going to be called partisan.
yeah.
Fair.
Whether
Sure.
you're calling anyone out on either side.
Fair.
Absolutely,
if,
yeah.
if I was to call Kamala out, you're going
Yeah.
to be called partisan on that side. If
Yes.
I call Trump out, you're called partisan the other
Yep.
way. So,
That's why they need to get somebody that is
What
But-
they-
statistically.
But there's no one that can do
Unpartial.
that.
well, I was listening to the Daily Wire.
Man, I
guys,
think
and they
there
talk-
is. I think it's podcasters. I think
I
you
think
get...
you're right. I think like somebody like Joe Rogan or somebody like that. I know he's probably not your
What-
favoriteest, but I
What-
think
No.
I think
I
he's
would-
probably the best conversationalist that's out
Joe
there.
Rogan's a liberal. I would totally be fair with
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan. I would be fine with him. Jimmy Dore is actually my favorite
Podcast.
fucking
Same.
voice.
Yeah.
He's a liberal. He's always been a liberal. And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who
Yeah.
makes me feel like
I used to like Russell Brand, but then he went like, whoa, cuckoo.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my thing is, like, I don't trust Republicans and
Yeah.
conservatives.
No.
Like, I don't
Hell
trust
no.
them.
No.
I used to, like, identify with more... I was like a conservative Democrat. But then the line just went fucking flying out of sight, and it's like, I guess I'm on this side now.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of Democrat voices that started popping up, like Jimmy Dore, people who were Democrats who were like, hey, this is some fucked up shit. And I think, you know, even you have this whole unity coalition that's going on now, like RFK signing up with Trump. You got Tulsi Gabbard, you got Jimmy Dore, you got Russell Brand, you got all these voices on the left that are kind of swinging to that side, and it's not because they're pro-Trump.
No,
it's because look at the authoritarian dictator state the left has become.
Yeah.
And it's not that Trump is necessarily a savior or anything. It's that it's like, guys, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't be doing what you're doing right now. Like, free speech used to be a democratic platform.
Yeah.
I grew up in an era where the right was trying to get South Park canceled. Like, I remember that. That's the only reason I watched the first episode of South Park was because the evangelicals were trying to get it taken off the air before it even aired. And this is in 1997. And it was like, oh, I gotta watch that shit now. Right? You know? They don't want me to see it.
I was an Eminem guy, and Laura Bush, I'll never forget, dude, Eminem was like, hey, give me a break. But, hey, that was Public Enemy #1, dude. Oh my god, like he was.
He was.
They were trying to get him taken off the airway. They're like, you can't play him.
But
on
now
the radio.
he is trying to get people fucking canceled because he's a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not a fan anymore. But
Rage Against the Machine.
I like
fuck
what
you!
it used
I
to
won't
be.
do what you
It
tell
used to
me
stand
unless
for
you
the-
don't get a COVID shot, and then you need to be arrested.
Stop with that because.
But
man,
you know
That's
that
really
fucking
they became
happened.
Rage for the Machine.
Rage for the machine.
Yeah.
And so all these guys that are saying fuck the system, well, once their guys in the system, you ain't so punk rock anymore, are you, bitch?
No.
Yeah, you're just celebrating the state at this point, and that's my thing. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you believe that the state should control the population, fuck you.
Right.
That's the end of the fucking conversation. The government needs to be brought low, and the people need to be elevated. And who gives us a better chance to do that, in my opinion, is Trump, because he wants to fuck the whole thing to the ground.
Right.
And I'd rather have that than anything, but, like, let's just say Trump...
Fuck anything.
Huh? Hey! But like, let's just say Trump wasn't in the running. Okay? So your choices are Kamala or Nikki Haley.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on.
Who's the other one? That's what.
No, let's just say
Just those two.
It.
no. Those are your choices,
I'm staying home.
and you can't leave the country. Who do you vote for?
What?
You're talking
About-
politics, Chad. At this point, I don't fucking
I
vote.
don't
Like,
know.
my thing is,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
I would not vote for any Republican
I have a
on.
question.
Yeah.
Nikki Haley is on the ballot?
No, I'm
No.
saying
Theoretically.
if
okay.
Trump was
Hypothetically.
not
Okay.
running for office and it was any other
Oh, okay.
Republican,
Okay, sorry.
Nikki Haley,
We were confused.
I got confused there.
I'd probably vote for Vivek.
I like Ramaswamy.
I probably would too.
I'd
Yeah.
probably vote for
And I like
Vivek.
Tulsi Gabbard as well. You know, the
But
thing
she's
is,
a Democrat.
yeah,
but I'd vote for her
but the
too.
thing is, if she was Democrat, I wouldn't be probably against all the crap. that
And
she
she's
did.
hot.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's
So you
just
get to
that-
see press
would any of
conferences
you
every
have
day,
voted
and-
for RFK
Right.
if he was the Democratic representative?
Sorry,
Get
what?
me in trouble.
Would any of you
RFK.
have voted for RFK if he was the Democratic representative, or if he
Not-
was still an independent representative?
If he had run against anyone other, like if it was RFK and Nikki Haley, I would have voted RFK. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I was gonna vote RFK. I bought several T-shirts.
Really.
Yes.
If it was anybody but Trump.
I fucking can't.
I mean, I was just with him because I felt like he was against the establishment. I felt like he was speaking out against both sides and
Right.
like what all.
Well, he's very similar to Trump, which is why people don't like him. He's exposing truths they
he's
want covered up,
exposing the
but I
truth.
don't like his policy. He's still
Okay.
very much social spending and social programs, which I'm.
But I'm with
Bernie
No.
Sanders kind of.
I am.
Yeah. He just had to. Yeah. To
But if it was RFK and Nikki Haley, I'd have voted RFK.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
I fucking loathe Republicans. I will always loathe them.
Mm-hmm.
You makes me sad with his affirmative action type stuff. He like still is behind stuff like that.
Who?
Like, RFK.
Oh, RFK. Yeah, he's still got a
That's
bunch
stuff
of
that, but-
stuff I don't agree with. But again, like whatever anybody's opinion is here, like it can be respected. Like we can have a conversation.
I'm just lost now that he dropped out, and then I know he's supporting Trump, which is sweet, and I'm down with that, but I'm pretty sure that, and I commented on your podcast, but I think that he would approach the Democratic.
My problem with that was
Lane.
he actually went through and said, who's willing to give me a place in government?
In the cabinet.
And if you're willing to give me a place in the government, I'm going to support you.
Yeah.
And so he just went with whoever gave
true
it.
alliance.
Yes, yeah.
But okay, that's a fair statement. But he also reached out to the Harris camp, and they would not respond.
Yeah.
So had they responded, would he be on their side? Very probably.
Well, again, for
because
him,
he is more aligned with them. But why would?
But his statement was that whoever is willing to tell me that they will give me a platform, is who I will go with. Yeah. That's why I have no faith in what he said
too, because Trump keeps talking about releasing the JFK files and all that stuff.
Well, but again, it's all political. Like Trump helps RFK's agenda.
Yeah.
Like RFK wants declassification of documents.
Yeah.
So do I. As the
me too.
people who are supposed to be empowered to run this country by electing,
we're paying them to run this country, then
but we are not allowed to know anything.
That's bullshit.
It's like at a corporation, right? The managers know all the shit, and the employees aren't allowed to know jack shit. We're in all these secret meetings, and you're not allowed to know shit until we tell it to you. And having worked in corporate for almost 20 years, I've seen this mentality. So magnify that times 1,000,
or more,
and that's what government is. And we are the people, right? We're not supposed to know anything. We're too dumb to be able to make decisions. That's the way they think of us, and to be fair, they're right in most cases.
Well,
people are fucking
stupid. There's a lot of fucking sheeple out there.
There's
a lot of sheeple out there. I'll say that.
Yeah, we all lived through COVID. I remember it.
The problem is there's sheeple on both sides.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
People just like willing to get in line and just
start there.
At this point, we know who the coaches are, and we need to figure out who the players are going to be on both teams.
No, but you're 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
The sheeple are on both sides.
They're on both sides. I don't care which side you're on.
Well, yeah, there's people that it doesn't matter what the left says, they're going to be dead center to the right. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's people on the left, it doesn't matter what the right says, they're going to be diehard to the left,
But that's a problem.
It's
if you say
problem.
I'm going to vote blue no matter who, or red until I'm dead,
that's bullshit.
That's
what we talk. It's that echo chamber shit that you talk about. It's that echo chamber. It's like I'm not even going to put a thought or I'm not going to give a chance.
But the echo chamber starts with who you listen to.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's your responsibility as the individual to go out there and educate
taking
yourself.
perspectives from both sides.
Both sides
to understand.
But can we just say definitively that mainstream media needs to be
gone? It's
CNN, Fox, MSNBC. Stop it!
The bias shit. Get it out.
One of my good friends is
even like the Daily Wire. There's parts of it that I don't agree with.
Daily Wire.
Yeah, it's just like
we've talked about. I'm not as big a fan of the Daily Wire.
If I'm
going
to listen to something, I'm probably going to listen to them over
I get it,
else.
and I respect that.
Yeah,
I just don't like the Daily Wire.
But they still have a lot of shit where they play just the same game.
I think that. Well, that's why I hate the Daily Wire, because they are woke Republicans in my opinion.
Okay.
They're outraged Republicans.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's like
but there's really only a couple.
I was having a conversation earlier today. One of my good friends, he's from Europe. He's an immigrant here. He has become a naturalized citizen. And we were talking about the problem with the two-party system here in the U.S. And if you look at any other democracy, it's a coalition government where you've got 8, 10, 12, 15 parties that are actually, you may have half of them that are right-leaning, half of them that are left-leaning.
But there's variations.
And then there's a little bit that are more moderate.
Right.
And the problem becomes here in the U.S., you have two choices.
You have
That's
to
it, yeah.
be
You
a
have to be
tribal.
yeah. You have to be on the left and the right. But let's just, I mean, you go back, we'll just pick the Republican side on this. I mean, you've got Tea Party Republicans and regular Republicans and then moderate Republicans. I can't think of names for all the one Democrats, so that's why I'm running into problems. But so I mean, if you just look at it, the concept is in the U.S. we have actually created unity government
I didn't take that.
by default,
Yeah.
but not because we believe what the unity government believes, but because that's where we lean more towards.
Right.
So instead of voting for our group and then saying, hey, all of you guys do what we need to.
Yeah.
And like he was telling me today, he said that 12% in the middle or 15% in the middle actually has the biggest voice.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with our country is that the extremes have the voice.
Yes.
And not the middle.
Yeah.
We got to clip that one. That
Yeah,
was a
that's
really
a good one.
succinct way to put
Yeah.
that. And that is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The voices are the most extreme sides
Yeah.
when the vast majority of our country is in the middle going,
Okay.
you're both fucked.
I got a
Yeah.
side of
The
this.
silent majority.
Bring it in, Sven.
Where do we start the let's fucking stand?
Yeah. Well,
You
the
know
thing
what I
is,
mean? Not for like.
Well, I thought.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Stand up to the
my
fucked up-
my answer
the
would have been
fucked up
January
shit.
6th, but we fucked that up. We didn't.
No.
we didn't do anything.
You know what I'm saying?
You
though?
take-
Bring
Like,
guns. We should have brought guns.
We should have brought the guns to the
Man,
insurrection,
we're getting shut
right?
down tomorrow. No, you take the fucking two presidential.
Jokes, people. God
You
damn
take
it,
the
Larry.
president-
These people can't take jokes.
I know they're fucking commenting right now, and it's
I
not even
know.
up yet.
It's not even out.
But no, you take the two presidential candidates out, and you just talk about what people want in life. And I feel like most of us will sit here and agree that we all want the same thing. We all just want to go to work.
We want to protect our families.
We want to make sure there's food on the table and gifts
Yeah.
under the tree at Christmas.
Yeah.
Amen.
We want to make sure the lights are on.
There you go.
And,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's it. That's all we
If
want,
only we
you
knew
know?
an electrician who was sexy.
No.
Yeah.
Who go, oh God, we fucking do.
I missed it.
Oh!
Let the buttons out.
My heart beats
You might as
still.
well just take it all the way down.
There's women here. I can't do it.
Hey, when we're done here, can you stay after a
That's
little
right,
bit?
Mama's
Just
at home.
for like
Can't do
You
what?
don't even
45
have to
minutes.
come back. He just gonna take care of you right now.
Just-
Isn't that all for women?
That's right.
yeah, we don't need to do
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Oh,
Come
wait a
on.
minute.
All right.
right.
I feel like
Calm
the
down.
ladies are starting to talk amongst themselves. We got to get them engaged so they don't conspire against
You're the
us.
host, brother.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get them
You're in
engaged.
the red
Al.
chair, motherfucker.
I'm trying to teach you, Alex, how to run a podcast. See,
Listen,
you can't let ladies get.
I've watched your podcast and I've thought, you know what?
You
I
could
can
do this
I
shit.
could do this.
It ain't that hard.
And I know some interesting people. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I could do this, but I'm not going to.
Why not?
What?
dude?
I'm too fucking.
I would watch
I have
your
to.
I'm
podcast.
too
People-
caught up
I
in
know.
my own daily life of trying to make
Yes.
money
You're a woman.
that
Yeah, it's definitely
by
nothing
the
that
time
makes
I'm
me
done,
money.
by the time I'm done trying to make money,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
You just want to
fucking
chill. Yeah.
give me
That's
an
why we play
escape.
PC golf, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me escape. Let me hang out with the kids.
But to
let
be
me
fair,
play
you
golf,
have-
whatever.
You have four,
Four.
right? So.
Well, I
that's
say two because the other two want nothing to do with me. Well, one's 15 and one's like 10 going on 21. So
but you're still responsible
right
for their
absolutely.
well-being.
Absolutely.
So, like, you've got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think people who don't have kids can never understand what it's like for people who do.
Fuck.
We're yes.
Like,
Yeah.
like going from 0 to 1 is
Uh-huh.
a life-changing experience, right? Like, you, without children, are inherently a selfish person.
Yeah.
Right.
Why
Agreed.
wouldn't? That's all you have to worry about is me.
Yeah.
Once you bring one other person into the fucking
Earth.
yes, thank you. No, should have
But
started with
whatever it
that.
is.
Once you bring somebody else on that earth, you're now responsible for that person. Well, you have now gone from top priority to second.
Yeah.
So now you got
people, not all people, some people.
Oh, and that's the
Some people
saddest
don't-
thing
some
of
people
all.
don't
Alex.
change.
Good people.
Some
Good
people don't change.
Good
Oh,
people.
sorry.
Good people.
Hey,
Bye.
later. Thank
See
you.
you,
That was
dog.
fun.
Thanks for the therapy.
I got text messages.
Sorry.
but I got
No, you're
something-
good.
You put my nasty feet
No
on
worries.
me.
Marcy's staying here, right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I don't need to.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Thanks
that.
for the therapy.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again.
Which is one of those things that
No.
I got a message. I gotta go.
Take care of what you got to take care of.
You didn't talk to them?
No, I didn't.
God, this was like a really intimate moment with Sven. I felt like that.
I
You
loved him and Sven. Oh wait, not Sven.
This is
Sven's still here.
Doc's mama.
That's Seth.
Seth.
Scott.
He pronounces it Sven.
Seth.
Sven. Do
got
you
it.
She's
want
still
to?
trying to figure it out.
Feel the
I
snow,
What
What the fuck's your name?
It is.
Do you want to
It is.
feel the snow,
Wait,
Sven?
shut up. Could you tell me your name, please?
Sven.
Okay.
Sven.
You are Sven.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I thought Brad was just telling me you aren't Sven.
I talk a lot of shit,
It's
Julie.
Seth.
And that
Don't trust or listen to anything I
I
ever
was
say.
saying this wrong the whole time.
It's
Sven.
How are you saying it? Can you-
SV.
You are the reindeer from.
I am the
Yeah.
reindeer.
Is
Yes.
the
Okay.
reindeer.
Yeah,
mama.
it's a real.
I'm just making sure.
I didn't get to choose.
Curiosity is how were you thinking it was said?
I was thinking of what?
His
How-
name was
How
pronounced.
did you think it was pronounced?
Seth.
Well, Sven. But
Well, he also did pronounce it
then
Seth
he
earlier.
said
No, he
it
thought it
was
was a
Seth.
joke.
But it was a joke. Yeah, no.
So,
Then he comes in
I
with
missed
Scott.
But Julie looks
Yeah.
that high, right? So I don't know.
I wasn't mad about
You
it. I
know,
thought it was great.
I'm old. I miss jokes
Larry, it's okay.
sometimes.
It's alright, we're here to help you.
You
You
are
do.
forever young.
I just
mama.
thought they were like, no, he's Seth. Why are you saying Sven?
No.
So you're a Sven.
You really thought it was Sven?
Yes.
Wait. Wait, you almost had me for a second. Like I was like, wait, you don't? Shit, so what's it feel like to get a hole in one?
Cover this microphone.
Yeah.
Especially when you
Listen,
got a high
What?
No, it feels bad.
Somebody-
Let me tell you,
It feels bad.
I swear to God, it feels bad, dude. Because listen,
What
so
feels bad?
listen,
A hole in one.
getting a hole in one
I
feels
swear to
bad
God.
because
When you
He
watch
didn't get
this,
his fucking
whatever the
teeth.
fuck you
when the
do.
turn, when the like, so that was not hole 14.
Yeah.
So we finished hole 18.
Yeah.
Back to
We
the
turn in the
home.
car. Everybody's like, dude, yeah, that was
God,
cool.
he's got a choke.
They all roll out. I go turn in our scorecard, and I'm like, yeah, the hole 14. There's the hole in one, so I don't forget that. And he's like, oh, you had a hole in one. He's like looking at me like,
Yeah.
like this. I'm like,
Are you hard?
yeah. And then we
Might
went
be.
through the whole thing. And no, it sucks because I ended up like sitting in like on the patio of the country club.
He just doesn't want
Drinking
to
a
say
beer
that.
by myself, like calling my dad, like I had a hole in one, and like everybody around me is like they don't know. And I was like, dude, I thought it would be more like everybody, like they'd be like people would be buying me drinks or something. I thought,
Where's my team?
I was like, I just bought my own Bud Light, Dad.
I just bought my
I had a hole in one, and I'm buying my own
Can I
Hey,
come
hold
cry?
up. What do you got
What
in
do
your
you think,
hand right
Larry?
there? Is that the
Should we
banana
keep
or is that
rolling
the
or should
lemon
we just
head?
kill it?
lemon.
Yes, sir.
It's
Tom.
yeah,
Yes,
hell
sir.
yeah.
This is a 2 hour.
Oh, you're looking at almost